Hi everybody, my name is Jennifer. I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada, and this is my second video. I am doing a weekly vlog about my weight loss journey, whatever, my diet. I don't want to call it a diet because this is the way I'm gonna have to live the rest of my life, but at the same time, I don't know what else to call it. I don't want to call it a weight loss journey because it sounds freaking cheesy. So I'm just gonna call it a diet, but it's not a diet. This is the way I'm gonna have to learn to live my life a much healthier way, and I'm going to have to keep this up for the rest of my life. Otherwise, any weight I gain, any weight I lose, I'll just gain back plus more, because that's the way I have done it my whole life. Every time I try and lose weight, you know, I go onto one of these diets where I cut out so much and I do all of this extra work, and then before long I end up giving up because it's too hard, and then I end up gaining all my weight back and then some. So this time is going to be different though, because this time, instead of taking on a whole bunch at the beginning, I'm taking it step by step. I'm setting smaller goals. For example, last week when I weighed in, I was 220.9 pounds. The end weight I want to be at is about 130, 140. I'm not exactly sure, but if it's 130, you know, that's 90 pounds. And even if it's 140, that's 80 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lose. And if I focus on, oh my gosh, I have 80, 90 pounds to lose, I'm going to get really discouraged really quickly when I only lose, you know, a pound a week. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to take forever. And more than likely, I'm going to end up quitting. So instead of focusing on that 130 pounds that I want to be someday, I'm focusing on, for example, now I'm focusing on 210 pounds. That's my first goal weight that I want to be at, is 210. So it's March 17th today. I didn't get around to, I did my weigh-in yesterday, but I didn't get around to making the video on my weigh-in day, which will happen occasionally. Anyways, it's March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's a pretty big special day for me because 1 year ago today, I quit smoking, which huge. I had smoked for 22 years. So the fact that now here I am 1 year later, smoke free is big, is huge. I did it, yay for me. But there's one negative thing that came from quitting smoking. I gained 20 pounds. And that didn't take any time to gain, actually. I think I gained 20 pounds between March and like August. I had gained 20 pounds. Anyways, back in August, I started to lose a little bit of weight in like September or October. I was at 229.9. I think I was like basically 230. And I lost weight. As of last week, I was 220.9. That took me months to get down to the 220. Now, my next goal is 210. And if I reach that 210, then I will be free of any negative effects of quitting smoking. The only negative thing about quitting smoking was the gaining weight. So once I hit that 210, I'll be back down to what I was before I quit smoking. Still very big and still really need to lose weight, but it's going to be great when I can say I'm at 210. Now, only positives about quitting smoking. Also, the good thing about when I reach 210 is that I will be able to finally get my hair cut and dyed, because, I mean, granted, I got off a night shift and I look horrid right now, but my hair looks horrid pretty much 24/7 because it really needs a cut and I really need it colored. So lots of things to look forward to if I can get to, when I get to that 210. I need to change the way I talk. I need to stop saying if. I need to stop saying when. Start saying when, because it'll change your whole outlook. If you believe, if you say, you will do. So anyways, where was I going with this? All right, so setting smaller goals. Sorry guys, I'm very, very tired. I've only slept for 2 hours. I got home this morning just before 8, and it's like 10 right now. I'm very, very tired. But my daughter should be coming home shortly. My parents, I'm so lucky to have my parents who, as a single mom working nights, I can't imagine what I would do without my parents. They have little sleep. Samantha has little sleepovers at her grandma and grandpa since she was little, or since she was a baby, because I've always worked night shifts. But anyways, they're going to be dropping her off shortly, and I just want to make sure that I have this video done and it's ready to post because I know how my week is going to go. If I don't do it today, I'm not going to do it. So I apologize. I'm going to be talking in circles. I'm going to be making very little sense, but I'll try my best. So anyways, I have weekly goals. This book is great because it does do weekly check-ins. As you'll see right here, they want you to measure every week. I'm not doing that. I'm measuring once a month. I might have even mentioned that before, but I'm measuring once a month because I just don't feel like from week to week there's going to be enough of a difference to really get me too excited or thrilled. So I'm doing the weekly weigh-ins on Saturdays, and I'm doing the measurements once a month. My weekly weigh-in, so last week my weekly goals when I first started was to lose 2 pounds this week. I stepped on the scale. I went from 220.9 last week to 219 on the dot this week. So 1.9 pounds. I've as far as I'm concerned, I've reached the 2 pounds. That's close enough. I'm very proud of that because considering I was in training in Saskatoon for basically 3 nights, 3 days, lots of eating out, lots of sitting around, not drinking nearly as much water as I should, and I still ended up losing 1.9 pounds. This was a good week. This was a great week. Exercise 3 times a week was my second goal. I did do that thanks to the pool at the hotel. My daughter came with me and we swam and swam and swam. And when we swim for like an hour or 2. So I definitely burned calories there. And my third goal was to keep up with this book and be honest. Because here's the thing, many times in the past when I've tried dieting and I've tried writing down what I eat and keeping track of the calories, I always end up like, I'm so stupid because what I'll do is I'll be doing my daily, writing down everything. And it's like, oh my God, I'm already this high in my calories. Well, I'll just leave this out. It's like, yeah, because that's going to change your bodies. Yeah, I mean, your body has already ate it. You're not going to, so you're lying to yourself, you're lying to the book, and you think somehow that's going to stop you from, you're an idiot, Jennifer. Yeah, no. That's how my brain works sometimes. I'm not very smart sometimes. But you know what? We do lie to ourselves. And that's what's great about having a book, whether it's a boughten book or whether it's just a notebook and you write down whatever you need to write down. Keep track of your calories, keep track of what you eat and drink, and also the good things like the exercising. I have a little section for that. But that's why these books are good, because they're going to keep you honest. Because I guarantee you, if you're overweight, you've lied to yourself. You may not even realize you've lied to yourself, but you probably lied to yourself. You think, why didn't I lose weight, or why am I gaining weight? If you write down and if you're honest, you're going to see why. You're going to see, oh my gosh, I'm taking in this many calories every day. No wonder I'm losing, or no wonder I'm gaining weight. Another thing I want to point out about this book, I changed something in this book to suit what I wanted because I don't have a daily goal for my calories. I don't have like, okay, you have to stay under this many calories. It's more so you have to stay in a calorie deficit. So I'm writing down my calories every day. Every day, at the end of the day, I added it. So starting on Saturday, I added it Sunday, Monday, etc., etc. So this is my total of calories per day. But then down here it says goal. Now, as I said, I don't have a goal of how many calories I want to take in every day. What I want to do is stay in a calorie deficit. So thanks to my Fitbit, it tracks my steps, it tracks my sleep, and it also tracks how many calories I burn per day based on my heartbeat and steps and yada, yada, yada. So anyways, in this little chart that they have for me in this book, I have, yes, my daily goals of what I've actually ate, drank, etc. And then at the bottom, instead of goals of calories I want, or the goal of how many calories I want to take in, instead I have how many calories did I burn in the day. That way I can keep track. And every day last week, from Saturday until Friday of this week, so Saturday to Friday, I managed to stay lower in calories in than calories out. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, my brain is just mush. Honest to goodness, I am so dumb after a night shift. I apologize. I'm not always this dumb, I promise. I mean, I'm dumb, but I'm not this dumb. This is a whole new level of dumb. But you get my point. Stay in the calorie deficit. If you can afford a Fitbit, use it. They are handy little tools. Now I'm, as a single mom, I can't really afford to buy the latest Fitbit. This is older. I think this is 2 years old. And I got it when it was like super duper cheap. Or was this the one that was bought for me? I did buy one and then I had one given to me. So anyways, get a Fitbit if you have the money, and if you want to keep track of your steps and your calories, it does that all that for you. So anyways, I met my weekly goals last week. Good for me. Yay, that is awesome. And thanks to that, I lost 1.9 pounds. So what are my goals for this coming week? Goal number 1, drink 1 bottle of water a day. Now, I have a bottle that I have in mind. It's quite large. It wouldn't be 8 glasses a day. I know that's what they recommend, but if you're not a water drinker and you're going from 0 water, start off slow. Start off with 1 bottle. Start off with 2 glasses a day. Start off with what you think you can handle. Something that will challenge you, but not overwhelm you. So challenge yourself, but don't overwhelm yourself. So for me, I'm going to drink 1 bottle a day. I did not do this yesterday, but I'm starting today. One of these big bottles. I'll try and remember to bring it with me on the table next week so I can show you. So that's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is the same as last week. Exercise 3 times a week. Now, I should tell you guys, I'm going for surgery on Friday. Having surgery of the abdomen. They found some like cysts or something inside of me. They don't think it's cancer, but the oncologist wants to remove them and do a biopsy. Anyways, I'm going to be cut up. I'm going to be a little bit, well, I imagine quite sore afterwards. So I'm going to try and get in all my exercises before Friday. And then I might have to rethink things, like reevaluate and find new techniques for the next week or 2 after my surgery, because I imagine I'm going to be limited in what I'm capable of doing as I heal. But I'll talk to my doctor and we'll see how things go. Okay, so exercise 3 times a week. And be prepared, I am having surgery, so I don't know if I'll get to actually doing my video next Saturday or Sunday, because we'll see. I will try and do it next Saturday. So my 3rd goal is go to bed earlier. I picked the wrong week to do this. I worked last night, I worked tonight, and I work Monday night. And then I switch back to days on Wednesday. So Tuesday morning, I get off work at 7. That night, I'm going to get to bed early. Wednesday, Thursday, same deal. Friday, I'll have my surgery, so I imagine I'll be sleeping quite a bit. But I didn't pick the best week. But something that I've really noticed lately is that I'm sleeping horribly. Maybe because of the hotels. I always sleep bad. That's something I should inform you about, is that I've been an insomniac for 25 plus years. Actually, yeah, about 28 years. It's been a long time. It kind of started when I was about 12. I started having trouble sleeping. Actually, when we moved from the Northwest Territories down to here in Saskatchewan, which is now the place I call home. But back then I went through a lot of bullying. I did not fit in. I hated the South. And it was weird. I grew up in the Northwest Territories where I was the only white little girl in my age group, but yet I fit in and I wasn't an outcast. Moved down here with a bunch of other white people and I'm a loser and an outcast. So go figure. Anyways, we'll get into that another day. I love my home now, but that is when the trouble with sleeping started. Now, whether it was because of the stress, the bullying and everything, or whether it was because of puberty, who knows? Whatever the reason, I haven't slept worth a shit for 20 some years, almost 30 years. And I think part of it now is because it's just habit, is because I'm so used to, staying up late, getting things done, or just, having time to myself. And I'm sure other moms and dads will understand. We put our kids to bed and then it's like, it's our time to watch what we want on TV, or it's our time to just have some quiet time, have some thinking time, have some exercise time, whatnot. So that's something that I imagine I'm going to start this week, but will be something that I work on for the next few weeks or even a month or 2 to try and get enough sleep in a night. Now, when you work shift work, especially night shifts. You're not going to. But when I work day shifts, I would like to get regular hours of sleep, whether that's possible or not, but at least get more than 4 hours a night, because I just can't live off of that anymore. Right now, I'm living off of 2 hours of sleep and I feel like a zombie. But I'll get through the weekend. I'll get through my next 2 night shifts, and I will do it. I've done it many, many times. But that's no way to be living. And the thing is, this is about being healthier. So yes, weight loss is going to be the end result, is going to be what I really want. But here's another thing. Sleep is needed to burn calories, to make your body work so that it can burn calories. They've done studies that show that sleep does aid in, your metabolism, and in basically everything works better when you get the proper amount of sleep. So the fact that I don't sleep is really going to affect the fact that I, can't lose weight easily. Well, maybe that's a big part of it. So that's my goal for this week, is to try, once I get done my night shifts, so it won't be a goal until about Tuesday night, get to bed on time, start learning new habits at bedtime, put the screen away, don't feel, or stay on top of the housework so that I don't do it right at bedtime, or don't exercise at bedtime, because that gives me a boost of adrenaline and then I'm not ready for bed. So I'm going to take some steps. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do. If you're watching this and you have some great advice for me in regards to getting to bed, please share it. I could really use some help here. This is not my expertise by any means. It's something I've struggled with, like I said, for a very long time. So I would appreciate any kind of ideas you have. So that is my third goal, trying to get a proper amount of sleep as I sit here after night shift with 2 hours. So anyways, guys, those are the goals. I don't have any pounds in there of, whether 1-2 pounds I want to lose this week. But as I sit here at 219, I do hope that I can get to 218 by next week, or 217 would be even better. But let's, set the bar low. Then you can expect, then you won't be disappointed. So during the weekly check-ins, it also has good habits to build. So more movement is what I wrote down, more low-calorie drinks. So that goes back to that whole water thing. I drink a lot of coffee, and when I drink coffee, I drink cream and sugar with it. I like my coffee sweet, like 2 spoons of sugar. Ridiculous. Like I'm one of those people that people make fun of, like, do you want some coffee with your sugar? Yeah, that's me. So more water, less sugar, less sugary drinks, and better sleeping. That's something I really want to strive for. I really would love to get, and unfortunately, due to the job that I have, and many other people are probably, or I know are in the same boat, nurses, doctors, police officers, so many, there's so many people that work shift work, people we forget about, minors, the standard 9-to-5 job. I mean, unless you work at a bank, or unless you're a teacher, and even if you're a teacher, you're bringing work home with you probably. So the whole 9-to-5 concept doesn't really work for a lot of people. But when you're working weekends, weekdays, days, nights, switch back and forth, it really messes with your system, and it's really, really hard to find a normal structure in your life. But it's something that I really, really, really want. So it's something I'm going to keep striving for. It's kind of like weight loss, I haven't got it down yet, but I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep dreaming of it. Bad habits to cut is another thing they have written here in the weekly check-in, and cut back on eating out. So this week was a bad week for eating out, and cut back on sugar drinks. So more low-cal drinks was the one. Drinking is really going to be the big thing this week, is like, get the water in, less coffee, less sugar in my coffee. So how am I feeling? Better now that I see that I'm losing. I honestly, the last couple days before I did my weigh-in yesterday, I was really blah. I don't know if it was just from being away, but I was really lack of energy. But once I stepped on that scale yesterday morning and saw that I had lost, I felt really good. And yesterday, although I didn't do this video, I did do a lot around the house, and I did do exercise, and I was having a good day. So reasons to keep going. I lost 1.9 pounds. I'm on my way. That's exactly what I have written here. I'm on my way. 1 pound down, 1.9 pounds down. I have just taken the first small step. So this week is another opportunity to make healthy lifestyle choices, changes in my life that will lead me to a healthier and happier me. So I think that's all I'm going to talk about this week, because the video now is at 20 minutes. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit more about going to bed earlier, kind of finding structure in my bedtime, but I've pretty much rattled on long enough. And honestly, my brain is just, I honestly think I want to go lay down again for a little bit before my daughter gets home. She should be here any minute. But anyways, guys, goal for next week, goal for this week, drink a bottle of water, exercise 3 times this week, and go to bed earlier. So you know what? I'm going to go for a little nap. I'm going to get a little bit more sleep now. If you're watching this, and if you've enjoyed this, and if you want to join me, hit that subscribe button. I would love to hear from you. I would love to see that, you know, I see that I have a few views on the video, and I see that I have 5 subscribers. I would love to hear if you would like to lose weight, you know, or if you're just here to see whether I do it or not. I'd love to hear your reason why you hit that subscribe, or why you're watching this. And if you are watching this and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please go ahead. It doesn't cost anything. And if you decide a few weeks from now that, I don't like this, you can always unsubscribe. So until next week, everybody, good luck. I hope that some of you are taking the first step to a healthy lifestyle. Wish me luck. Bye.